stranger to hard times. So
is Halloween.
See, you cried and you made me cry. You're going to be faced with adversities throughout your life. This was a pretty big one, but I just kind of relied on my hard work, getting through it. I know this sounds so small, but you know, dying in practice, you know, and just hard workouts.
Running the universe. Love what you're doing.
You find a way
with it.
to
Great
just
stuff.
grind it out. Just put your head down and just keep going. Just keep moving forward. You know, you can never stand still, and that was my thing. Just never be still. Never get too focused on the now, and just, you know, looking forward to, you know, what's to come. Getting news sometimes, but I was aware of the efforts and everything that was going on. I was able to see pictures sometimes of different things, the VRBG. So just knowing that and having that, just being aware of what was going on when, you know, you don't know anything. You're there, you're sitting there, you're like, okay, I know people are fighting for me, or bringing awareness to what's going on. And those times where I was able to see what was going on, it definitely, you know, it made me a little bit more comfortable. It made me a little bit have hope, which is a really hard thing to have, a really dangerous thing to have, because, you know, when it doesn't work, it's so crushing. And I would say to everyone that is wrongfully detained right now across the world, stay strong, keep fighting, don't give up, just keep waking up, find a little routine and stick to that routine, and as best you can. I know.
Savage.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
There we go again.
More technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
No!
Savage. Unfiltered.
Under. The only reason why I know this is because I lived under tyranny. I lived.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're a fucking...
Your host, Michael Griner.
Proper fashion at the proper time.
Like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, we made it. As you heard in that beginning of the intro here to into the show here, we're talking about Brittney Griner. She seems to be back in the public spotlight with everything, and is she going to the other side, so to speak, with just everything, politics, the Women's Basketball Association, or Trans Women's Basketball Association, right? Am I allowed to say that without offending somebody? I mean, seriously, folks. Seriously. I mean, I'm going to say it like it is. I may get some people that may be upset about this while I say it on the show. But guys, it's a fucking man portraying a woman. Okay? Now, we've seen in other types of sports and other avenues to that aspect, guys, with men transforming into women, and then as soon as they transformed into women, they started dominating the league. We've seen that with Jenner, we've seen that with others in different types of leagues, just to name a few, folks. But now this is a woman that was imprisoned in the Russian prison system, right? He was there for quite some time. And then, of course, Joe Biden and his team put out a negotiation plea, so to speak. Or at least some of us conservatives want to believe that. I do. I do. It was, a lot of people, oh, no. The Russians came to their senses. No, they didn't come to their senses. They did a trade-off, folks, for a Russian maniac that was placed under American prison here, an American prison system, excuse me. And they did a trade-off, folks, for Brittney Griner for a Russian madman. Now, do I believe Brittney Griner should have stayed in Russia? Do I agree that she was placed in prison because of, mild drug charges, which in Russia, folks, marijuana is considered a highly offensive sentence. So, folks, you got to remember, this is not the first merry-go-round that we, had here on Savage Unfiltered. Myself and Joseph have mentioned on this show several episodes back. You got to check out the library and check it out, guys. But, I don't know, folks. It's catching a lot of attention. I want to go back to the whole statement that Brittney Griner had said, because if you paid attention in the intro of this episode, she's speaking out against improper charges, right? She's like, or he, or whatever you want to label it, is saying that we should, or anybody should, speak out against improper imprisonment. Improper. Bitch, you went to a country that looks as drug charges such as marijuana severely. You broke the country's law. You should be imprisoned, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Seriously. Seriously. That's the going thing. You be the one to judge, folks. Seriously. You should be the one to judge. I want to pull this up here, guys. I'm going to get some split reactions from myself and, of course, the listeners here on Savage Unfiltered of just this idioticness of this she Brittney Griner. This is, boy. She's like, she's basically saying that she's never going overseas to play again. Well, it bit her in the ass, folks. Literally, it bit her in the ass. Check this out, guys. This is, oh boy. I'm going to play a little bit more, and I want to get some reactions here. I have reactions. I know you, the listeners, well, I'm sure you guys are going to have reactions to this. Check this out, guys. This is,
just keep pushing. Why? Because I'm never going overseas to play again unless I'm representing my country at the Olympics. If I make that team, that would be the only time I would leave the U.S. soil, and that's just to represent the USA. I'll say this, the whole reason a lot of us go over, is the pay gap.
Oh, shut up.
A lot of us go over there to make an income to support our families, to support ourselves. So I don't knock any player that wants to go overseas and, make a little bit extra money. I'm hoping that our league continues to grow, and with as many people in here right now covering this, I hope you continue, like I said, to cover our league, bring exposure to us. I hope a lot of these companies start to invest in our craft.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I hope you continue to follow us. Well, you fucked up. You definitely fucked up. Now, that was Brittney Griner, folks. It's going to bite your ass. It's going to continue to bite your ass. And that's simple as that. What do you want us to give you? A Kleenex? You want us to put the fake pretend tears coming down our eyes and feel sorry for you? You fucked up. You went overseas. You brought illegal narcotics of marijuana into the country of Russia. And the government of Russia, the Russian Kremlin, placed you under arrest. You broke the country's laws. Yeah, I mean, that's why law and order exists in other countries besides the United States.
Oh, hey, it's Daniel Franzese, from that movie. Turns out Regina was wrong. Somebody actually made Fetch happen. Fetch is an app that has changed the way that I save money. I just snap receipts and I earn points on everything I buy. Anywhere I shop or dine, I earn on gas and groceries. Seriously. I'll be right back. I also earn on coffee runs, shopping sprees, and delivery.
I have an order of cheese fries for Miss George.
She doesn't even live here. I turn my points into my favorite gift cards. I even got this pink shirt on Fetch, since I never got my old one back. My favorite part of the Fetch app is connecting with friends and competing with them. I love seeing what they're up to in the app. Some people never change. With Fetch, I get rewarded even more on hundreds of popular brands. They even serve up special offers just for me. It's so easy. It's so fun. It's so Fetch. I can't believe they made Fetch happen.
And you reap what you sow. That's, for instance, if I went to another country and I did the same shit, I would be expected to pay the repercussion. Now, you got to remember, folks, I mean, I'm not like some kind of simple-minded idiot or asshole. I'm not going to go to a country and bring narcotics to the country of Russia or any country for that matter. I'm not stupid like that. Folks, that's what stupidity is. You reap what you sow. Now, I want to get into this this article that Breitbart put out here earlier today. Now, saying, how was it not a sellout? WNBA coach shocked that the crowd didn't show for Brittney Griner's return. Oh, my God. The coach there of her team, right? Phoenix Mercury coach Vanessa Nygaard bemoaned the fact that there wasn't a sellout crowd for Brittney Griner's trumpet return. They used the word trumpet return to the game nearly after a year of her being in a Russian prison system. Well, what do you expect? Do you expect people to show up? Do you expect people to show up after her coming back? Now, folks, this was last Friday that Griner's official return to the court after spending 10 months being arrested, tried, and convicted of a drug offense in Moscow last year. Griner, folks, scored 18 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, and made 4 blocks and 2 assists during her team's loss to the Sparks at LA's Crypto.com arena. Okay. Guys, I watched a little bit of glimpse of that game, just to see the reactions, maybe just to see if, who showed up, if anybody showed up for that matter. And it was hilarious. Hilarious. I seen an empty arena there.
Oh, my God.
At LA's Crypto.com arena. Empty. It was empty as hell. The coach Nygaard there for Phoenix Mercury basically was miffed that the stands weren't exactly overflowing with fans for Griner's return to the game. She was shocked that no one showed up. Literally. I mean, yeah, there was a couple people in the stands and everything, the typical LA Phoenix Mercury fans. I mean, typically, that some of them were showing up. Some were like, kind of surprised, and some of them were your typical fans. Of course, they're going to show up. They're anticipating, her official return of Brittney Griner. So yes, you're going to have some people in the stands, without a doubt. But Nygaard put this out on social media, and she's like, I mean, it was great, but like, honestly, come on now,
What?
LA, we didn't sell out the arena for BG, and she said this to her social media account, and then also Fox News put it out as well.
Over
And she
again?
says, like, I expected more. To be honest, right? It was great. It was loud, but how was it not a sellout? How was it not a sellout, she says. How was it not a sellout? Because you have a he/she that plays for your team, for the league there, that put out so much rhetoric in the last year of her not standing for the American flag, her not standing for American values. She basically shit on America in the last year. And like I said in the beginning of the episode, folks, you get what you sow. You reap what you sow, right? Now, hear this, folks, it's grabbing a lot of national attention. Now, Sports View put this out on their Twitter feed just a couple days ago, stating that Mercury head coach wants to know why Brittney Griner's debut didn't sell out the arena. How is it not a sellout? Well, Sports View put that out on Twitter. Again, were you expecting a sellout to a woman that literally shits on their country? Common conservatives and Republicans will not stand for these values. Sure, your liberal trolls and your liberal idiots out there will applaud it, and they'll be like, oh yes, we love this. We love this. Of course, it's a natural response. But hey. Also, Griner also had one small disappointment from Friday's game. Her team lost. Okay. What a disappointment from her. Her team lost the game this past Friday. I thought it was hilarious. She writes here on her social here, it was nice to be back on the court and in a real game and everything. The love from the fans who came out was amazing, and the players. The fans who came out, it reminded me, folks, of a Biden pandemic circle thing. Remember back in the day with the pandemic when Biden would do these like little things and everything, and he had like these little circles set up, and there would be like 2 or 3 people in the circle, and then like 6 or 7 feet away there'd be another circle. That's what it reminded me in the arena. Like there was like these little blotches of fans spread out through all of LA's crypto.com arena. That's how it reminded me of the blotches of fans that showed up, if any that showed up. But she's like, it was amazing. She put it out like there was like thousands of people in the arena, which there wasn't, folks. There wasn't. I don't even think the arena sold out anywhere between like maybe 1,500 to 2,000 people, if that. I mean, I don't have the exact tally count. I don't even think anybody put out the exact tally count. But I can't even see at least like maybe 2,000 people there, if that. I mean, it was crazy. TG Mo putting out on his Twitter feed at Mo28. Turns out every person interested in WNBA was in that arena. I mean, seriously, anyone that was really interested in the game that that was there. I mean, pretty much. I mean, just saying underscore yo on Twitter. An incarcerated from Russia, Brittney, has value that free NBA Brittney. He put that on his Twitter, and there was like a little gif from Will Smith on there. I mean, it goes on and on, folks. Twitter blowing up on this. Ashley on Twitter writes, replying to Fox News, at Fox News, maybe people don't care about the at WNBA. Maybe people aren't interested in watching a flag-hating American who is now just as little as less of a flag-hating American. Yeah, pretty much hat tip to you, Ashley on Twitter. Great. Yeah, I agree with you. I literally agree. And Brittney, of course, loudly supported the anti-national anthem movement back in 2020. We all remember that. Don't like chase it away like it never happened, folks. She was an anti-American that shitted on the American national anthem. But since returning home from a Russian gulag, she says she suddenly has a new love for the United States and said she will stand for the anthem from now on. Wow. Go figure. Go figure. You don't say. She's turning to the other cheek, so to speak. Right?
Savage, unfiltered, hard.
Now, before I play this other clip here, guys, because I have a clip here that I want to plug in here with Vice President Kamala Harris addressing the Mercury Sparks ahead of Brittney Griner's return. Now, folks, this was right around the time before they took the court, where the Vice President Kamala Harris took the back or behind the scenes, so to speak, in the locker room. Check this clip out, guys. Oh, I love to get your reaction on this because I have several reactions, some savage reactions here on the show. Check this out.
And before the game, the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, addressing both teams inside their respective locker rooms.
All that you did in support Brittney, because I know that was rough and that was so difficult for you. A team is a team, that's family. And for you all to have stood together so tight and to keep her story alive through yourselves.
I just wanted to say thank you so much on behalf of the W and the players. Tonight is a game, but we're also celebrating the return of one of our own, and what the Biden administration did to make that happen is like really, really important. I'm serving as the president of our union, and it was not easy. We know that it wasn't easy, but we just want to say thank you so much for everything that you did for us to be able to play against BG tonight.
Thank you.
Did you see the fakeness come out of Kamala Harris? I know it was hard. I know it was difficult. I know everything will get better. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that bullshit bar. I mean, seriously, folks, come on. Come on. Are you going to believe this garbage? Going to believe this garbage? Now, this is a woman, folks, that obviously has a has bitter of a difference here now for the country, now that she's back in the United States of America, and she's given a second win in life to freedom and liberties and everything that this country stands for. Seriously. She writes that that I definitely want to stand for the national anthem. She's finally speaking recently after her sports rep published an op-ed explaining why she will stand for the national anthem. After years, folks, years and years, and we're not talking about months and weeks, we're talking about years of protesting the American flag. This past Friday, folks, for the first time in years, Griner stood for the national anthem ahead of Phoenix Mercury's 94-71 loss against the Los Angeles Sparks. After the game, Griner explained why she stood. Now, this was according to Fox News that put this article out. Would you like to know why she's going to stand for the national anthem?
What if positive change was only one design away? A life change, a career change, or a change in the conversation? One design, beginning with one thought. Some say design is beyond most people's reach. We say it's already in your hands. So, what will you design today?
Hiya! Right? You have the right to protest, the right to be able to speak out, question, challenge, and do all these things. What I went through and everything, it just means a little bit more to me now. So I want to be able to stand. I was literally in a cage in Russia and could not stand the way I wanted to. Just being able to hear my national anthem, see my flag, I definitely want to stand. Now everybody that will not stand or not come out, I totally support them 100%. That's our right as an American in this great country, she said. Oh, a choice of other words now, aren't we, Griner, excuse me.
Savage. Unfiltered.
You know, I wonder why she's going this route. Do you think because of the Russian imprisonment where she labels that she was placed in a cage like an animal? You know, folks, she did that on purpose. The whole cage part, or he, or whatever you want to label it as, trans woman. She used those words, cage, on purpose. Look at her ethnicity. Not to sound racist, but look at the ethnicity. Do you think it's going to draw controversy? Do you think it's going to draw heat on social media? Of course it will. She did that on purpose, folks. She didn't do it as a sympathy clause. Well, that too, but she did it on purpose to draw attention to the African American communities all over America. She did it on purpose. In closing, she writes, I appreciate everything a little bit more. All the small moments like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to go to practice today. That has changed, honestly, she added. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. You don't know what it's going to look like. I feel a lot older somehow, too.
Yeah.
Folks, I really think that all this speech that she had spilled over the course of this past weekend.
Savage. Unfiltered.
I mean, a former man, now turned woman, is putting out this idiotic rhetoric over social media and the rest of the internet. Is thinking it's going to fool a lot of people that she's had a change of heart. She's a new person now. Doesn't fool me. She's the same old person. She's just looking for a sympathy clause. Seriously, folks. She's looking for a damn sympathy clause. I mean, what else do you think it is? Seriously. if you think that this is going to change, well, I don't know, folks. Do you think it would? Seriously. Some reactions here from a news outlet here covering the story here, guys.
Savage Unfiltered.
And people were just so excited to see her play. And it was really unique. Even though the team lost to Chicago 75-69, people were very happy despite all of that. They say it was just such a joy to see Brittney back out playing the sport that she loved.
They were so happy to see Brittney. Who was happy to see a trans woman playing in a woman's sport? That's not even a biological woman. It's a man, folks. Seriously. Is that the new America we want to live under? Because I'm outraged by seeing all this shit. I am. Outraged. And I'll speak against this crap every single day. Folks, before we close it out, I want to give a couple announcements here. To check out our Savage show. Yeah, check out our Savage show, guys, on 105 The Block. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We put out amazing content, whether it's myself, Joseph, or Sauce. Check us out, guys. Amazing, amazing content. We're going to be having some new content being added to the show. I want to say thank you for those who have listened to the first show, the introduction to Savage, and some of our unfiltered content here on Savage Unfiltered. So I want to thank everybody that tuned into that show. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, guys. Also, too, guys, for those who are interested in knowing what's next here on the second show of Savage, having elevator pitches. That's right, guys. Gonna have some fun with elevator pitches. You gotta check it out, guys. It's gonna be really, really fun stuff. Myself and Joseph, hopefully Sauce, if he can make it. Poor Sauce traveling all over the country, doing what's right for America. Talking about just like pitches into like new brands and companies. We're gonna have fun with it. Basically like memes, if anybody doesn't know what elevator pitches are. So I highly suggest, emphasize people from Savage Unfiltered, the listeners here, to check out the show there on 105 The Block. It's going to be a really, really good show. Want to give a hat tip to the mayor of hip hop, Rec, R-E-C, brother, for having Savage on the airwaves. Thank you very much. Much love, appreciation to you, sir. Rec, the mayor of hip hop radio, on there on 105.0 The Block, guys. So check it out. Check it out. Also, too, guys, we're going to be having coming up here on Savage Unfiltered. We're going to be having the return of Social Media Jeopardy. Guys, it's been almost a year since we've had it last. The last set of contestants were none other than Jimmy the Rant, Joseph M. Leonard, and including myself, Michael Gardner, on that episode. Highly suggest you go back to Savage Unfiltered library on our audio, whether it's iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Audible, Spotify, Amazon Music, the list goes on, guys. Check it out on our Audible page. That was right before we started merging some videos onto Rumble, so you only can find that on our audio platforms. It was on Twitch, but we're no longer with Twitch, as I felt that it wasn't really a good fit here for the show. But I highly suggest you check out the old episodes with the very first Social Media Jeopardy. But we're bringing it back, guys. We're bringing Social Media Jeopardy back to Savage Unfiltered. Check out that show very, very soon. Very, very soon. Guys, I have some appearances here that I will be making on the show. I've got some really good stuff. Going to be on the Bible Says What podcast coming up very, very soon. I want to highly suggest my listeners check that out. The Bible Says What. Really, really good stuff. Also going to be on Meet the Elite podcast. That's happening very, very soon. Really looking forward to talking to the guys there on Meet the Elite podcast. So some really, really good stuff happening for myself. Awesome stuff, guys. Updates on the second book, Through the Savage Door. That is scheduled to publish this upcoming August here, this summer of 2023. The second book here of myself, Through the Savage Door, which will be available exclusively on Amazon.com in two formats, the softcover and the ebook Kindle version. So I highly suggest you guys pick up your copy of Through the Savage Door, available this summer in August. Check it out, guys. It's an in-depth documentary of just who the hell I am behind this mic. So check it out, guys. Guys, thank you very much for checking us out today on Savaged Unfiltered. Make sure you listen to us weekly on 105 The Block FM, our terrestrial radio program. And guys, like I say and always say and will forever say, keep it savage, join the Savage Army, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.